My name is Evelyn. I'm here to help you out today.
Hi, nice to meet you, Evelyn.
And on here it says it's Robert. Do you like to go by anything else?
Robert's fine.
Robert's
Thank you.
fine? Okay. So, just before we get a little bit started, I just wanted to go over a few housekeeping things just to get on everything on the same page. So we're going to come in here. Our sessions are going to be usually about 45 minutes, give or take, depending on what you need. Just to let you know, everything we say in here is confidential, but I am a mandated reporter, so if you say you're going to harm yourself or others, then I do have to report that. And so what can I help you with today?
Okay, well, that makes sense. Today I've just been feeling kind of stressed out and anxious about a lot of things, so I figure if there's some way for me to figure out how to cope with that'd be very helpful.
Okay. And you don't mind me, I'm just gonna write brief notes. They won't go anywhere. It's just to make sure that I keep everything in check and stuff. Okay, so we're feeling kind of anxious today?
Yeah, I'd say anxious, yeah.
Okay. Has there been anything that's been going on today that's kind of been making you feel that way?
Well, I guess just lately I've been having to deal with like a lot of my family. My dad has been having some medical stuff, and he's gonna have to go to Duke in about a month for major heart surgery. And it's been a little nerve-wracking trying to figure out how I'm going to do everything else I need and take care of him and make sure that everything with all of us is okay. And
okay. So is it just you and your dad?
Mainly, yeah. Day to day at home, yeah. It's mainly just us. So, I mean, there are other family members that can come down if we need it, but like not on a regular.
Sorry. Okay, just keep going.
Okay, but yeah, it's mainly just us. I've got like some people that are. We've got some people that are going to come help us. My sisters and my grandmother are going to help him get to Duke and take care of everything that he needs. But like, I still worry about it and think about it a lot and don't really know what to do or what I should be doing to.
So you're the one who takes care of the day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, mainly, yeah. We live together and like, I try to help him with his things. Sometimes I need him to help me with some of my things, like we take I wash one dish, he washes the next dish or puts it away or what, like just that sort of thing, like just shared duties. But like obviously after he has the surgery, like I can't expect him to like do like anything major or heavy lifting or whatever, so like if he's at home, like, and we're still trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna deal with after the surgery immediately, but like
So what else has been going on in your life besides this? Obviously wasn't expected, and it's kind of come up, and so I hear that you're probably gonna have to take on some more of those tasks that usually you shared, which can be a little nerve-wracking and anxious. Is there anything else that kind of just sort of adds to it?
I guess like I'm a full-time student, so like having to deal with assignments that are piling up towards the end of the semester and trying to focus on them and not worry so much about what's going on in real life and everything. It's hard to keep my attention focused and guided on all that, so it's difficult to manage my worrying time, I guess.
Okay. So dad, school.
Yeah.
So how is that with, I heard you mention that you had some sisters and you had, do you have a brother?
I don't have a brother, no.
No, okay. So you have how many sisters?
Two sisters.
Two sisters. And are they help out, but they're not.
So, well, they don't live here. They live up north in the Virginia area.
Oh, okay. So
they're not here regularly. No, once or twice a year. It's about it usually. Except when something like this happens, which is happening more, but not as often. And like, but they try to help when they have time, but they don't always because they have their own lives and families and stuff. So it's.
So how's your relationship with them?
I mean, it's okay. Mainly, I guess one of them kind of gets on my nerves sometimes, but like our relationship is fine, and we all care about our dads. So like, well, I mean, we're all willing to do things to help. It's just that we all have other obligations and things, and
Right.
mine put me here at the moment, and theirs is where they are. So it's tough working that out, I guess. But
And how's your dad's, I guess, in this relationship, yours and his relationship? From what I hear, it's a pretty good one.
yeah, I mean, we care about each other a lot. We try to help whenever we can and whatever we need. It's just I don't know. It's tough when something like this comes up, and not exactly the greatest time with a bunch of other pressures and stuff going
Right.
on. So
And that's hard. It has to be hard.
yeah,
And I applaud you for even like it sounds like you're anxious because you know you need to do these things because you want to help your dad, and I hear that as being the underlying thing.
yeah.
So I guess keeping in mind everything, I'm going to ask you kind of an odd question just to put this out there. So tonight, say you go to bed, and in the middle of the night, you don't know this happens, but a miracle happens. And the next morning you wake up, you still don't know whatever happened that night happened. What would be different from, say, tomorrow? Let's say tonight it happens tonight. So tomorrow versus today, what would be different?
What would be different? I'd wake up and I'd be able to focus more on housework and chores and my schoolwork, and I guess if I woke up tomorrow, my problem, I guess the first thing I'd notice would be that I'd feel like there's less of a weight on my shoulders. I'd stand up and sit up straighter. I'd feel better able to cope with the tasks of the day. Follow my, well, I guess the most important thing, actually, maybe not the first, but the most important thing would be I'd feel like Dad would be okay, and I'd feel like everything would work out fine, and wouldn't have to worry about something going wrong or him needing help, or that I'd be confident that he'd be able to get help, whether it's me doing it or my sisters or nurses or whoever. That I'd be confident that whatever happens, that he'd be okay. So with the surgery and coming out of it, and recovery, and what's even that called?
The recovery.
Yeah, like recovery. Yeah, and yeah, that I'd feel more confident that Dad was okay, and that I'd be able to do what I could to help out.
Okay. And your dad's going for surgery?
December.
December. So that's a lot. I mean, I can totally understand. I totally understand, wanting your father to be better, and that's not something that's, gonna happen overnight necessarily. But looking forward to December, so I guess we're worried because Dad's gonna have to have this, let's be honest, kind of scary surgery.
Yeah.
And just thinking about all the things you're gonna have to do to take care of him after that, plus school and finishing that up and finishing strong, and all those kinds of things. So I'm hearing where I think the anxiety is.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're feeling anxious.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand that, like, the whole dad with surgery thing. That's kind of like non-typical situation.
Yeah.
You know. So with school, that's not something you can change. Like he has to have the surgery, all that kind of stuff. So, but things like with school and feeling anxious and worrying, what are some things that you've done in the past that have, I guess, helped you, or maybe have caused you to? What times have been different? Like when you felt anxious, but then you've done something, and you didn't feel anxious anymore.
I guess at one point, like, when I've been able to, when I've been able to focus on a particular day, on figuring out when I've been able to keep a simple list of what needs to be done when, and I've been able to organize like that and keep myself on a tight schedule of that and get everything completed at certain times and certain time frames. Best example, one day when I was able to get up, do breakfast at home, start a load of clothes, and just immediately get started on the paper that was due in a week instead of the next day. That sort of experience, able to work out ahead of time what I can do when I'm able to get more organized. I guess, to put it more simply, that's when I felt less stressed.
Okay.
Less anxious.
So, being able to list things.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. A lot of people can list and then stick to it, like you said. So I know with your father's situation, it's not really expected. You can't really plan for those things. But I think So with school, though, I hear that you're doing that. You're making plans. You're making lists because that's something that you can control. You can do. So with his upcoming surgery, you said it was in December. When does school get over?
About the same time, really.
About the same time?
Yeah.
So are you worried, I guess, about the recovery after?
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of hearing.
So I'm mainly worried about sort of just figuring out what to do afterwards.
So I guess, what are some things that you think you could do right now that would maybe prepare you for that time that you can see that's coming?
Maybe I probably need to do a lot more organization of just things around the house so that nothing's in the way or impede him getting about when he gets home. Making sure that we have enough things we need for them, making sure that we won't have to go out as much to get toothbrush, toothpaste, and everything. Just make sure that everything's accounted for and in a easy to reach place for both of us, for me getting it for him, and for when he's doing the physical therapy and he is able to move a little bit more, so it's still not too much for him later on in 2 or 3 weeks or however many, and just making sure that everything's easier to reach. Sorry, come back across, please. Sorry. Sorry. But just trying to organize more around the house and making sure everything's clean and not in the way, not like the couch in the way partially of a door that he needs to go through. So just try to do what I can to move things and clean things up.
Together.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That sounds awesome. That you that was. Most people wouldn't think about doing that until after the fact, unless the doctor told them to do it or something like that.